Hello, Kendra. Welcome to the stream. I think you're the first one in my chat, so congrats. Kudos. Hello, Chemical Squirrel. Welcome back. All right, I'm just getting myself set up here. Hello, Momita. How are you? I'm good. We're doing top-down today. I was telling you guys my ring light is broken and I haven't had a chance to try and fix it yet. But the natural lighting's so good today. Oh, I'm so glad you liked the June reading, Chemical Squirrel. Good, good, good. That one was actually a lot of fun to to film yesterday and to make. Because I was happy to see that everybody, most of the time when we do these readings, you know, for the most part, the messages all will point to what's in your, you know, your best good, your best alignment. But I was happy to see everybody had like objectively good messages. Awesome. I'm so glad that you guys liked it and it was helpful. And I'm happy because that means that my pick a card readings are reaching new viewers again. Google and YouTube are very, very weird sometimes. Like, they have all of I don't know, it's like they're changing the rules all the time. Oh. Yeah, okay, sorry about the noise. I have the windows open. It's a very nice day out, but of course that's when, you know, the airplanes are going overhead and the trains and stuff, but yeah, I figured out maybe a different way to do the description box for those videos, so hopefully they'll be able to reach you a little more often. All right, and then Kendra, you're asking, life has been chaotic the last few months, really stressed. Will it stabilize in the next couple of months? Okay, I can't remember, did you ask this on the last stream? Because your name seems familiar and that question seems familiar, and I think it was one I just didn't have time to get to. So I can start with yours while you are here. For Oracle cards today, we have Path of the Soul. These are really nice, really, really pretty cards. So we can take a look at that for you. But you know what? Actually, first, I'm going to do this. I've got my eucalyptus, and we're going to just do a little cleansing practice. Oh. This will be good for, you know, everybody who's in the stream watching live, or for anybody who wants to play this back and watch it later. Okay, that should do. Here we go. Oh, of course the breeze takes it out, but that's okay. The intention is there. We're going to cleanse ourselves of the energies from last week that are still surrounding us, that is okay for us to let go of. Spirit, we set the intention to release and cut the energetic ties that no longer serve us, to release the pain, the memories, the baggage of our past that we no longer need to hold on to. Cleanse the BS from our feeds, the harmful messaging that we're always inundated with, it seems like. Cleanse the bad intentions and the bad actions of other people. And we call upon you, we call upon the archangels Michael, Metatron, Raphael, for our guidance and protection. Michael, surround us with your shield, protect us with your sword and shield, protect us from negative energy, help us to cut ties with energetic forces, energetic influences that we no longer need. Archangel Metatron, help us to keep our minds organized, help us to keep our shit together in the coming week. Help us to be aware of our thoughts and how our thoughts affect our moods, our actions, our world around us. Archangel Raphael, heal the parts of us that need to be healed. I always like to add, Jesus, help us to forgive those who need to be forgiven, even if that is ourselves. And Quan Xian, give us the strength to have compassion for others and for ourselves. And so it is. Okay. Oh, we got a lot more people in here. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. So, Kendra, we'll start with yours. Life has been really busy. It's been very, very chaotic, you were saying. Will it stabilize, you're wondering, in the next couple of months? Let's just take a look, at your situation here. Spirit, what is the oracle message that's going... Okay, it's going to be that one, whatever it is. I was going to say that's going to help our viewer, Kendra. Okay, these ones have no printing, so I will go into the guidebook, but look at how beautiful this is. Also, it's been a while since I've done top down, so I may be accidentally holding my stuff in the wrong spot, but right off the bat, just my intuitive things I'm getting here, there's a lot of root and sacral chakra energy that I'm picking up on very strongly, especially with it being these red and orange colors. There's definitely a little bit of healing, I think, a little bit of energy that needs to move out of those chakras. We can do a little thing for that for you in just a second here. I want to look in the guidebook though, like there's another theme I'm seeing going on here. It's in a spiral, right? These are all fractals. Maybe you're feeling like you've been stuck or something in life, or like you've been going round and round and round the same situation or the same lessons again and again. But it's not like you're going round and round making progress. You can't see it here because it's a two-dimensional image, but what I'm seeing just in my mind's eye here is that it's a spiral upwards. It's good. It's like upward movement. This is growth for you. But let's take a look in the guidebook. What do we have? It was card number 18. Okay, card number 18 says renewal. Spirals represent healing energy. This card is calling for repair and healing within your relationships, especially family. Now, you're going to take these messages with as many grains of salt and pepper as you need, right? You're going to take what resonates with you. You're being asked to look for the good in all of those who closely surround you. It's time to create new dynamics within your relationships, and this card will provide you with the healing power to do this. See the gift you have been given in your relationship with others. Look for God or spirit, universe, source, whatever you want to call that, within everyone. Send your gratitude to all who are close to you. Not only will you experience a renewal within all your relationships, but within your own heart as well. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Keep bumping this. The relationships thing, the book didn't mention this, but I really, really feel strongly I need to mention this. Your relationship with yourself is included. That counts. I'm going to say, the most important relationship you have because you are yourself, right? You can't just cut yourself out. You can't just avoid yourself. You are yourself. And there's healing, I think, that needs to take place there within the chakras. What I am going to do, like I said I would very quickly, I don't have any of my tools, like my crystals or my wand or anything, but I am going to just set the intention because the intention's all you need. I'm going to draw this Reiki symbol. It's called Shokure. Pull across, pull down, and you swirl 3 times. Shokure. That means place the power of the universe here. We're calling in spirit to surround you, to be with you. I'm going to just take a look at, I'm just going to do your root and sacral chakras. Otherwise, we would be here for like an hour just going through all your chakras. But I'm going to just take a quick minute to, it's going to look kind of silly, okay? Just letting you know what I'm doing with my hands is going to look a little bit silly, but we are going to use this card to symbolize first your root chakra. And what I'm going to do is take my eucalyptus again. We're going to cleanse that root chakra. It is safe for you to let go of the pain of the past. It is safe for you to let go of energy that no longer serves. Your affirmation for your root chakra is, I am safe. Now, I'm going to reach in. Here's where it looks silly. I'm going to reach in. I'm going to grab this heavy energy, and I'm not going to get into anything that's too personal and share anything that's not, appropriate to share, but there are some things I'm picking up in your energy that do feel quite heavy, quite anxious. There's fear energy, and this is to be expected because we are living in a world with so much crazy shit happening. A lot of this energy, it's not yours to carry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop it up. We blow it away. I'm going to do one more. We're going to scoop it up. Think of it as cleaning out an aquarium or a fish tank. You have your net and you scoop all the slime and the gunk off of the top and you toss it away. We're doing this one more time for your root chakra. Scoop it up. Gone. Now we're going to move on to your sacral chakra. That's your center for your creativity and your emotions. We're going to cleanse that sacral chakra. I'm going to do the thing again. We're going to scoop away. There's just scooping away energy out of this chakra that it just no longer serves you. It is not helping you. It's okay to let it go. It's okay to let this go. All right. And we toss it away. And so it is. I'll give you a tarot message now. So you're wondering, about life stabilizing and being better, and I can understand that. Having some security, having some stability. Let's see what the spiritual messages are through the tarot for you. This is part of the curriculum, what you're going through right now. And when I say the curriculum, it's think of Earth as a school or as a post-secondary or whatever, an institute of learning. And it's a really tough unit right now that you're working on. Think of it like that. Like when you were back in school, maybe you were doing math or you're doing English or whatever. And some units and some modules are very, very simple. And you're like, oh, I got it. That's totally fine. And then sometimes some lessons are really, really hard to understand, or you're given just a ton of homework and just a ton to work through. It's part of the curriculum. So Spirit's letting you know that you are doing everything in your power. Like you are doing the best that you can do, and that's okay. Doing your best is enough. Your best is going to look different from day to day. Your best effort on Monday could be different than what you're able to do on Tuesday, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yep, life will stabilize. Look at this. 6 of Swords is one of my favorite cards. They're going from a place of turbulence to a place of calm and a place of peace. If you wanted to estimate timing, I'm seeing 6 weeks. Swords are my weeks card when I want to measure time or estimate time. So perhaps in the next 6 weeks, I'm hearing movement. There's movement in a situation. Look at this. 3 of Swords, Ace of Cups. 3 of Swords, this is not anything new. This is what you've already been going through, okay? With the struggle and with the, there could be just really deep sadness. There could be just a lot of pain, right? And it's a lot to carry. It feels heavy. It feels heavy in your heart and it feels heavy in your mind. Look at this being washed out clean. Okay, Spirit wants me to tell you another mental image that I'm seeing. They're giving me this image of washing the dishes, okay? And I think I've given this analogy before because Spirit does give me this mental image, or this, whatever you want to call it, the symbol, quite often. Washing dishes. And you have a glass in the sink that has a little bit of like chocolate milk or something stuck in the bottom. You know how you leave it overnight and it gets kind of stuck and you have to really, really run the water and wash it out. And then when you run the water, like the water is kind of that yucky, sticky milk brown color. And then, I've done the thing where I've done that, and then I've just let the water keep running and overflowing the cup in the sink. And it's kind of fun watching the water change from like this murky, gross color to clearer and clearer and clearer until suddenly, until eventually it's just all clean water running into and out of the cup. This is what's going on, like with I'm going to be like in your heart. The sadness is being purged, it's being rinsed away, it's being cleaned out. So that sticky chocolate milk, or whatever, juice or whatever you want to think of that like gets stuck in the bottom of the glass and you're rinsing it out. It's being cleaned up. Next 6 weeks, there is movement happening in that area of your life. Okay, any more messages? There are good people around you. And then Spirit gives me this all the time too, is that it's a song by the Beatles, and it's, I get by with a little help from my friends, gonna try with a little help from my friends, with a little help from my friends. My singing voice isn't exactly where it needs to be today, but that's fine. I'm here to do readings. But you have good people around you that are here to support you and help you. I'm hearing help keep you safe or help you to feel safe. And people to just enjoy your time with, enjoy this part of your life with, have the fun moments, make the new fun, silly memories that you'll be nostalgic for in the future. There are very good people around to support you. Last message for you, bottom of the deck, Four of Swords. It's okay to slow down and take some time to rest. I never really noticed this before, but look at that color, that beam of light. It's shining right on. I'm going to say that's like solar, not quite solar plexus, almost, but like sacral chakra region. Look at that light. It's that reddish orange color streaming in. And that's funny. I co-authored this deck. Our illustrator, showed us multiple different drafts of all the cards, and I never really thought about it before. But this is really standing out for you. There's healing. You're doing the best that you can do right now. And set the intention to continue receiving this divine healing energy. It's coming, but just rest. Take it easy. As much as you can, take it easy. Do what you can do what you have to do what you need to do. And then don't force yourself to do anything else that you don't have the energy for. Hello, Oscar. Welcome to the stream, and thank you. The artist for this deck was Alexandra Filipek, and she's brilliant. She's very talented. Yeah, so Kendra, that's the reading I have for you. I really hope that was helpful. I'm going to move. Oh, did we, you guys still here? I accidentally hit the back button on my phone. Anyway. I said I was going to scroll back up, and I accidentally did the thing. Now, I hope that reading was helpful for you. And then Momita, you were asking about your spiritual gifts. Do you have any kind of spiritual gift? The short answer is yes. Everybody does have access to the divine, and everybody does have a spiritual connection because we are spirit, right? But let's take a look at what the nature of your spiritual gifts are. Okay, so Momita, if you're still in the chat, it's your turn. And here we go. So the nature of the spiritual gifts Momita has. Oh, we're upside down. Okay. I actually don't read these ones in the reverse. Just before we get into the guidebook, just what I'm seeing here. Okay, strong auric field, like a strong energetic field, strong, like, very healthy, I think, spiritual boundaries. And these are messages that are coming in specifically, like, about you. Very strong. Think of it as like a force field, like, I think it's in The Incredibles. Well, and there are other superhero movies and stuff and sci-fi where there's one character from The Incredibles, and she is able to make force field, like bubble shields around her. I feel that's like a gift like you have, except instead of it being an actual visible force field, it's energetic. It's It's spiritual energy. We all have like a natural electromagnetic field that surrounds us, but there's something just very, very strong about your energy. But let's get into the book. Now, this is number 4. I'm also seeing the shape looks a little bit alien here, doesn't it? I'm seeing this as like you're able to connect with the divine. Like you're actually a very clear and strong channel to receive divine messages. Should you choose? It's always up to you, right? Ascension is the name of this card. Number 4 is Ascension. Your energetic field is in a state of change and expansion. You've begun to vibrate at higher levels as your consciousness moves more in alignment with your higher self. So you probably do have a really strong connection with your higher self. You are one of the forerunners working towards ascension to raise the consciousness of the planet. The changes you are experiencing are not always comfortable, but they are necessary for your continued growth. The true beauty of your soul is beginning to show, and it has a positive and uplifting effect on others. Yeah, these cards are so pretty. They're made by Cheryl Lee Harnish. She actually has a YouTube channel where she does give readings. So, but anyways, yeah. So Momita, you're a very strong channel for spiritual energy, and I'm seeing like conducting energy. You know, like with electricity and stuff, you have, there are certain materials that are more conductive than others, and certain materials make for better wiring, so you can get the electricity. I'm not an electrician. This is just the best of my knowledge, from the source to, the thing you're trying to plug in, right? You're a very, very good conductor of energy. Very in tune spiritually. I'm going to keep this 2 of Cups that fell out, even though I did not shuffle yet. That one feels like it's necessary, though. It's, how do I explain this? There's a warmth about you, and there's a peacefulness around you. When you're around other people, they feel comfortable. And they feel like, I think you make people feel safe, and you make people feel liked. Even if it's somebody you don't know, like you have a quick one-off chit chat with somebody while you're waiting for your train or whatever. And, you move on, right? After the train shows up and you get on, you do whatever. That kindness that you have, like other people carry that with you. They feel better for having been around you, and they carry the light that you have that surrounds you. Yeah, you like share it with others, and they carry it with them, and it's a ripple effect that goes. Make sure you're practicing spiritual, I'm going to call it spiritual hygiene, cleansing your energy when you are done interacting with people, and setting up setting the intention to have protective spiritual boundaries around you when you go out and about. But yeah, I'm just going to say, you make people feel safe, comfortable, and liked, especially that word liked. A lot of this is just due to your good nature. It seems like you were raised to become a kind and compassionate person. And then some of this it's the expression of the divine that's within you. Like you're so full that it's literally like it's almost like it can't be contained. It just has to radiate out from you. Oop, bumped my thing again. Anyway, I'm hearing quick thinker with Page of Swords. A quick thinker, ideas. I wonder if you are able to, get spiritual downloads, different thoughts and ideas of, maybe it's ideas for like things to do or things to work on, but it could just be ideas like spirit plants little seeds of thought in your mind. Like, well, what if there's more to life than this? Well, what if there's more to myself than that? I'm going to pull one to go along with these ideas. Ah, yes. It's intuitive. Yeah, dreams. Look at this. I was just I read your comment right as I was getting the moon card, subconscious dreams. I was going to say you probably get messages and ideas and and information through your dreams. And then I just saw your comment saying that you do have these kind of dreams and they often seem to come true. So that's really cool. Prophetic dreams. You're also able to, and we have, there are many different theories and I think reasons behind why human beings, why we dream, well, and animals too, but I'm just, you know, because we're human right now watching this, why we have dreams. You know, sometimes it's to make sense of the world and process what happened in your day or whatever, but I really strongly believe as a spiritual practitioner and as somebody who also has I've had very strong like spiritual dreams. Sometimes that's the best opportunity for your guides to come in and speak with you, because when you're sleeping, your mind is not as busy, right? Your conscious mind is, well, you're sleeping, right? Your subconscious is still up and active, but you're more receptive to receiving spiritual insight, yes. And, well, I'm getting the word warnings, but don't be afraid of that. Sometimes we do have situations in life that are difficult, but you get a heads up in advance so that you're able to, you know, to pray about it or to meditate and to come up with a plan just in case. Ten of Swords. I'm going to, what's ending with Ten of Swords? Oh. Yeah, you have been really going through it. But it seems like whatever it is that has recently disrupted your life is done. It will be done. Either it is ending now or it will very soon. But I'm also seeing the Tower is not a bad card. Actually, neither of these are bad cards. I really don't believe there are bad cards in the tarot. But this, like you're moving into, stepping into your power more and recognizing yourself as a spiritual being having a human experience. And it's that shift in your mindset that is really going to, it's going to change the way that you perceive the world, and it's going to change the way that you feel, I think, emotionally about the world around you. I think your situation gets better. It's just, that was quite a, oh, we can't even, everything's out of frame. But it's just whatever you went through lately, that was quite a shift. But it's part of your spiritual awakening. You're awakening. So I hope that answered your question. I hope that reading was helpful for you. I'm going to go ahead and put these back. Yes, Key99, I am still available. And then I'm seeing Brenda in the chat saying, my dreams make no sense at all. Dreams are like that. Sometimes I have really like profound, you know, sometimes prophetic, not very often, but very profound dreams, or I've had spiritual visitations before in dreams from loved ones. And then sometimes I dream that one time I guess I'd been watching a lot of Family Guy a couple of years ago. One time I dreamt that everybody, the whole dream looked like it was animated in the Family Guy art style, and everybody looked like a character from the show. And that dream made no sense, right? Sometimes dreams are just our brains making sense of things. And then sometimes we do get really deep spiritual messages and stuff, but our human brains don't have the, like anything that it's seen before on Earth to use as a reference to help you understand what it was that just, you know, that your subconscious just experienced. Sometimes I think it tries to like load in the closest thing or the closest image possible in order to help you like process it or help your brain process and understand what it just experienced. But that's what I think. That's not, I don't know if there's any actual scientific backing for that, but I do strongly feel that. Somebody in the chat's asking a third-party question. I actually don't feel like being on those today. No offense. Like, I don't know. Last week we did a whole lot of what does this person feel about me? What are their thoughts about me? And I just don't feel like doing that this week. I don't know. But if you have another question, feel free to ask. Or if you can reword your question so that it's more about you, then that would be okay too. Okay. Lovely Day 90, if you're still in the chat, I can do your question. You're talking about a past life, and you said a past life in Shanghai, which that sounds fascinating. But you're wondering if that past life that you're thinking of is still affecting you in this life. And let's take a look. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, we'll do an oracle card for that one. Yeah, okay, there's this one came up in the June predictions one, and I can't remember, we'll look in the book, I can't remember what it's actually called, but I took it as like the breakout card, or like escaping the matrix. Breaking the fourth wall is another thing that comes to mind, breaking the fourth wall and becoming more aware. I'm trying to think of a good way to word that. It's not like well, maybe hyper aware, but more like meta aware. I don't know. But breaking that fourth wall, like if this were, let's just say if this life on Earth was a show, you're a character who realizes that you are a character on a show, right? But let's get into the guidebook. That was card number 6. Oh yeah, this was breakthrough. There's a thin veil which separates us from the other dimensions of existence. You are now energetically breaking through this veil. You may be experiencing knowings or feelings of other dimensions, where this is where like your past life memory comes in. Your consciousness is moving beyond the third dimensional realm. Embrace the moments of clarity and understanding that flow with the greater knowing. As you break through the veil, you are in closer contact with your guides and other divine beings who are here to aid you on your journey. I'm going to include your higher self as part of that. Your higher self holds the memory of all of these different lives, these different incarnations. So in which ways is this past life that you've described in your comment, in which ways are this past life, or anyway, grammar, what is grammar, whatever. How is that past life affecting your present life? You know what, I'm going to give this a big shuffle. Ooh, that was a loud one. Oh, all right. I was just about to ask Spirit what themes are present in this one that are present in that last one. Oh, there's a boob on the card. There's a boobie. There's a boobie. I got the sillies. I have to censor my world card because YouTube is silly about what they will allow me to show as far as these cards go. Themes present. There's this world card. First of all, there's a message, like literally the world, this planet Earth, there's having a deeper, your soul wants a deeper understanding of how this planet works and how this planet, or like how different experiences in different parts of the planet can help your soul to develop and grow. And on the Sun card, there's also like, there's enjoyment, there's finding your happiness, there's finding your light. Finding your happiness, finding your light, finding your joy. Let's look a little bit more. And with this world card, I'm also getting like finding where you belong. soul has been wondering, like trying to, okay, well, where will I belong? I'm going to try incarnating here. And in this time period, do I feel at home here? Okay, well, that's wrapped up. Well, you know what? I'm going to try this time period in this area and see if my soul feels like it's at home here. The thing is, you are at home. Your soul is at home because you are one with, I'm going to call it source this time, but a lot of people can call that, like they call it God, they call it spirit, they call it universe, they call it the divine, you know, whatever you want to call that. That is your home, but you are like a piece of that source that has taken on a human form. Your soul is remembering, like, Earth. Okay, when we're human, Earth is our home, right? But our souls are that spiritual aspect of us that is the divine. Earth is not necessarily home. But at the same time, anywhere that we are this might not make sense. I'm going to just trust it though. I'm going to give you the message I heard. Anywhere that you are is home because you are one with the divine and you are one with source. Source is everywhere. Source is home. You are source. You are home. Home is where your love is, and you are love. You are home. This is something that, don't worry about this devil card. It's not like a scary bad one. It's just that this is something that I think maybe has plagued you, you know, for a while, these existential questions, because, you know, we incarnate, we take on human form. There's a lot that we forget, right? When we come back into the earth plane, we go through the veil or whatever. But yeah, oh wow. You're being freed from this feeling of where do I belong? You are already where you belong. You are the energy of belonging. Let's take a look more about how that past life. That's cool. I just read your comment that like you had got the remembering, like you were male in that past life. That's a fun fact. And that that particular past life just keeps popping up. So let's ask why. Unfinished business, kinda, I'm getting. There's something about, okay, I'm tapping into this past life, and I'll just tell you what I'm getting. It may, anyway, take, you know, what resonates with you. I'm going to interpret the best I can what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you fell very ill. Yeah, illness. I'm hearing fell ill. I'm also hearing there was disappointment because you wanted to accomplish things, but it was like you got so sick and there was like a just passing earlier than you wanted to. There's this like finding your place in the world and finding where you belonged. And you felt you didn't get to do that in that particular lifetime. Whoop. There was too much happening. Yeah, conflict, 5 of Wands. There was too much happening in that lifetime that you, that past life. At least I'm just seeing a snippet of it. I think it's kind of closer to like the end of that incarnation. You had so much happening that it was hard to prioritize what you wanted and needed to do. And it was a fight. There was an illness, perhaps, that you were, you know, literally battling an illness. There was, I'm seeing like, and I know you did mention in your comment the war, so that could have been a factor as well. But there's just this too many things happening at once, and nothing. You just felt like you weren't able to accomplish anything in that lifetime. Ooh. So this lifetime in which you are the user Lovely Day 90, there's like domestic comforts. I don't know if you are married or not. It does depict a wedding on the card, but I see this as peace and harmony, domestic comfort, quiet life. There's something about settling down. Quiet life. Peace at home. The lifetime you have now, there's enough peace. It's not as busy. There's not as much stress going on as that previous incarnation. In the life you have now, there's enough peace that it's like your higher self is like, okay, well, you have I'm going to call it the energetic bandwidth or the mental bandwidth to process, revisit aspects of this past life and themes from that past life so that you can resolve them in the current life. It's funny, I have never seen this in a reading, I don't think, but I'm just getting here that when you were on the other side before you incarnated as the person you are now, you were given the option to like work things through from that previous life, like on the other side. You were given the option to like work through it and understand it, and analyze it there and then move on, or to like come back and use a human birth to help you to process what happened there. And it seems like taking on this human birth in this life is what you chose to do. So what could you do in this lifetime to help you heal that from that previous one? And I'm just picking up again with that previous life. There was like feeling like you hadn't done enough, like you were pressuring. Maybe there was pressure from other people on you to do more, but there was pressure on yourself at that time too, to do more and do better and do bigger and recover and get better so you can get back into doing what you needed to do. So what can you do in this lifetime to heal that notion from your previous lifetime that perhaps still kind of nags at you? It's not a race. It's not a rush. There's Knight of Swords and it's in reverse. Life isn't a race. It's an experience. There's no need to... It's just kind of funny how this sort of crosses cultures and time periods and stuff where people seem to think, well, I need to accomplish this before I'm this age. I need to accomplish this by this age. I need to have accomplished this, and this by the time I retire, It's okay. It's safe to just let go of the attachment to meeting milestones and accomplishing things on a certain timeline. Your previous self didn't learn that in their incarnation. Mostly, I think, due to all the stressors that were going on. There just wasn't the bandwidth, right, for that. But in this lifetime, you do have the bandwidth to process that. Your experience of life is valid. It's beautiful. It's exactly what you need it to be. So it's an experience. It's a race. So hopefully that reading helps you, and also with the notion that everywhere you are is home because you are a piece of source and source is home, and you are source, therefore you are home. So I hope that was helpful to you. I'm going to go ahead and collect these. I didn't even censor that devil card, and that's got more nudity, I think, than the world card. So hopefully YouTube doesn't raise a stink about that. We'll see. Now I'm going to just catch up on the chat. Oop, I keep bumping my thing. Okay, there we go. scrolling through the chat, just checking on everybody. Retelling Savoy, if you're still in the chat, I'll do yours. Retelling Savoy says, I'm letting go of what no longer serves, or am I letting go of what no longer serves so that I can move forward into my retirement? First of all, congrats on reaching retirement. I hope that you will enjoy this time and get lots of rest and, you know, live your favorite life during this time. Hangman, change in perspective. I think yes. Short answer is yes. You are letting go of what no longer serves you. I'm seeing a lot of it is due to you have I think as you've, you know, gone through life and learned things and gained wisdom, your perception on a lot of the things that have happened to you changed. Things that you maybe used to blame yourself for, you realize were not your fault at all, or the way that certain people treated you, you're realizing, oh, that was a reflection of them. That was actually not anything to do with me. And then also things that maybe you did do or you were responsible for, or choices that you made. You are able to now reflect on, oh, this is what was going on at the time. And, you know, some things are not excuses, but rather explanations. So like, oh, this is why I did that. Okay, that makes sense. You know, you're able to, reflect on that. And when you understand, sometimes we have a better understanding of our past, and it allows us to sometimes have forgiveness for the things or the people, you know, that affected us, or for ourselves, especially for ourselves. And it does make it sometimes easier to let go. Whoop. Yeah. Healing with temperance. I feel like this is a quick reading for you. Sometimes, and I didn't explain this at the start of the stream, and I probably should have, but sometimes some readings are very quick and to the point, and some readings are a little bit longer. It is not at all a reflection of if I like you or not. Like, no, it's not at all a reflection of you or your, you know, the validity of your question or anything. It's just whatever it is that Spirit wants to tell you. Yeah, you're healing, you're letting go of things, you're forgiving yourself, you're forgiving things because you have a better understanding. You have more compassion for yourself because you have a better understanding of yourself now. Ooh. I am being instructed, there 3 fell out, but I'm being instructed to keep 2, just 8 of Swords and King of Cups. There's our compassion. Oh, I could just move all these over here. Yeah, King of Cups, there's our compassion. There's your emotional maturity, the wisdom that you've gained over time. You are freeing yourself. This is what you're being healed of, okay? You're freeing yourself from there could be limiting beliefs about yourself that you have, or you know, fears that you have, or anxieties that you have that stemmed from the past, that stemmed from experiences you had. Having compassion and patience for yourself, because this King of Cups, he's also very patient. He is caring and loving. He's genuinely kind. I'm saying he, the gender's not important. I'm just saying he because it's a King of Cups. But yeah, and is very patient. You're learning how to be more patient with yourself. This is going to help break a lot of these, I'm just hearing like break a lot of the chains that held you back before. You're putting less pressure on yourself. Let's just get some advice. What is a piece of advice that's going to help Savoy? Spirit, what is that advice? You are on the right track. You are doing, if you're wondering, okay, are the things I'm making, like, am I doing this right? Am I letting go of energy? Am I doing it good enough? Am I doing it right? Yes, you are. You're doing it right. You're on the right track. You're doing all the right things. And enjoy your retirement. So that's what I have for you. I hope that was helpful. D Empress D, if you're still in the chat, I'll do yours. You're asking what's missing from your life. Short answer is nothing. Spirit's saying short answer is nothing, but we will get more into an explanation of perhaps why you feel that something's missing. And there is something new that's going to come into your life. And I think at this point, you're sensing that there is something coming, but it's not here yet. So, D Empress. All right, 24. I love this one. This one is so pretty. I actually don't think I've seen... Oh, no, I have. I've seen all these cards, but it's been a long time since I've seen this one come up. I'm getting a lot of sacral chakra vibes from this one. This is your emotional, but you're also your creative center. And I'm just... like reverberations, it's like there's energy or sound or something. It's going bing, 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 bing. It's bouncing off all these things. And then it's about to like, boom, expand. I'm not a physicist, I'm not a scientist, but I'm being reminded of, I think, how particles move like inside of atoms and stuff. I'm also just seeing something about like, well, you know how we have our theory of the Big Bang, right? How our universe came about from like an explosion or whatever. I'm just seeing like very highly charged, tiny, tiny, bitty baby particles, bing, 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 bouncing off and getting faster and faster and faster and vibrating just faster and faster and at higher and higher resonance until all of a sudden, boom, something new is going to enter your life. I'm going to look in the guidebook though for the deeper explanation of that card. That was number 24. Vibration. Oh my gosh, look at that. You are pure energy. Okay, don't mind my hands are a little shaky. It's just the meds I'm on. I'm totally fine, but I realize I'm a little tremory right now. But you are pure energy. Whatever you think, feel, say, and do has an effect on the planet. You do make a difference in the world. Use your energy wisely. When this card appears, it asks you to be mindful of what it is you're putting out there. You are an energetic powerhouse, and your influence on others is strong. Keep your intention set on the highest good. Use your ability to energetically uplift the energy of others. All right. If your life or like this world or whatever was a cell, you're the mitochondria. You are the mitochondria. You are the powerhouse of the cell. I'm being reminded of that too, that very basic science lesson we all seem to learn. That seems to just be a worldwide thing that kids learn. Yeah, card 24, it does look like it's moving. It almost looks like an optical illusion. But, so Spirit's saying nothing is missing from your life. It's just that there is something new coming and you're sensing that there is something coming, but you know it's just not there yet. So maybe that's where the feeling like something's missing comes from. I'm just getting this, it's a channeled message coming. If I am the divine energy and I am everything that you need, You are a reflection of me. You are divine energy. Therefore, you are everything you need. You are everything and you have everything. Okay. Let's look at this. What is the, wow, the new thing coming in. Okay, there's Hierophant. We're gonna, okay. Something about like institutions or systems. Perhaps you're starting school soon, or there's like a marriage, or there's something. It's very important that you're going to be doing soon. Let's just get a little clarification on that. Okay, this one in the back wants to fall out. Two of Swords, a choice. And perhaps right now you're not sure. Maybe the choices haven't been laid out for you yet. Or if you have a choice between doing or trying two different things, you're just not sure yet. Okay, we got the World card. There's a booby on the World card. We're gonna go and cover her up. Thanks, Marby. Are you referring to the One World Tarot? Alexandra Philippek was the author, the illustrator, and she did such an amazing job. She is absolutely brilliant. Okay, but yeah, the World card, the completion of a cycle for you, but then also, again, a message of finding where you belong and finding where you fit. Finding where you belong and finding where you fit. And it's new coming into your life. Eventually. So you might have to wait just a little bit for this new thing. But good things take time. MB, that's a really good way to word. I did say I wasn't going to do third party, but I really, really appreciate how you worded that. So I'm happy to read on that for you. But back to the reading at hand. The Empress. Can I get another, like, what are the choices that the Empress is going to be faced with as far as the new thing entering their life goes? Two of Pentacles. Another two. Another balance. Another multitask. Work and school at the same time, perhaps? I don't know why I keep thinking school. Like post-secondary or something. An opportunity for higher learning. That could be through school. It could be through another means. The option to do two things at once, or to fully devote yourself to one thing. Okay. So like, I don't know if school is your situation, your thing that you're going to be doing, or a thing you're thinking about, but I'm just going to use school. I'm just going to use that as an example. One of the options is perhaps you do school part-time and work part-time. The other option is you invest all of your time into full-time learning. There seems to be also with the King of Pentacles, he's all about the long-term growth, the long-term stability. Whatever it is, like let's say you, again with the school example, let's say that post-secondary was something you were thinking of doing. Of course, what we learned there gives us the credentials we need to, improve like our position in our careers, or to find the right career path for you, to help you. Sometimes the more education you have, sometimes the more you get paid, the more security you may be able to find financially. Okay, so that's the example, but definitely an opportunity for higher learning. in some way. You have the choice of doing a little bit of learning and a little bit of something else. Maybe a little bit of learning, a little bit of working, a little bit of learning, a little bit of resting, or invest like your whole self into this. Wheel of Fortune, it's time. Why am I thinking of, I don't even know all the words to the Muppet Show theme. And I'm talking about like the OG, like the old Muppets. I'm like the 70s, like that show. There's something about, it's time to something, something. Someone in the chat knows. I'm for whatever reason, I'm being reminded of the intro to the old Muppets show where it's something about, it's time to start the show or something like that. Yeah, the reason why you're feeling the absence of this new thing coming is because it's so close. It's so close. Nothing is missing. You're just having something new being added to your life. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I bump my camera mount every time I try to scroll through the chat. I haven't done the top-down view of the cards in a long time. But I'm actually very happy to do it because I like being face-to-face because it makes me feel like I'm chatting with you guys, like personally, kind of. But I also love top-down so that you get a better view of all of these cards that I'm using. And sometimes you may pick up something, you know, in the artwork or in the background that I don't, that could really help add, you know, to your reading and really deepen your reading. So D Empress, I'm really glad I just saw your comment. I'm really glad that was helpful to you. Now, I know there were a few who were asking questions in the chat quite early after D Empress, but I've actually just scrolled down to the bottom of the chat now. If you've asked something within the last like half hour and I haven't acknowledged it, feel free to ask it one more time. In the meantime, I will scoot back up through the chat. I can't too far. Well, Diane, if you find you do want the One World Tarot, I have links in the description, I'm pretty sure, of the stream where you can find it, depending on your country that you live in. Okay, I'm going to jump to MB's question. Is it EMB, MB? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the meantime, I'm just going to refer to you as MB. MB's wondering actually, I don't feel the need for oracles for this one, just tarot. The next actions of her or their person of interest. Spirit knows exactly who you're talking about and your situation. The next actions, what are the next couple things that MB's person of interest are going to do? What are their next actions towards MB going to be? Okay, Judgment. That's like something important to tell you. That's like that kind of energy. It's also kind of a card, for some reason I'm getting this energy, making an executive decision. And it's like a big one. They've been sitting on this for a while with Seven of Pentacles. Excuse me, what is the person of interest? I got the hiccups, oh my gosh, going to do? They might open up to you and tell you something that like about them that has caused them some pain. They might open up about, and it'll be relevant to whatever you're talking about. I don't feel like it's just going to come up out of the blue. They're not going to just trauma dump randomly. It will be relevant to what your conversation is going to be. They are going to fill you in on, oh yeah, you know what, I actually have, it could be a, like, I actually have a fear of this because of this thing that happened. I don't see it as like a very, like, it's not like a devastating, you know, not anything that would give you secondary trauma to hear, but it's something that was very difficult for them. They trust you enough to share with you. That's their executive decision. Okay, what else can we know? So what then, Spirit, what does MB need to do? You know, with this. Okay, there's 5 of Swords. Take it or leave it. That's what I'm hearing. This is me, take it or leave it. I think that's what this person will be saying to you. This is the thing that happened to me. This is why I am the way I am in this particular aspect. It's what I'm dealing with. You can take it or leave it. If you can't handle it, then that's okay. You don't have to be with me. But if you can, I would love it if you would be with me. So it's up to you, MB. Spirit's not going to tell me what this thing was. That's something that this person has to tell you. Communication becomes easier after you have this conversation. Conversation flows more naturally. And it's like your connection with this person seems to develop much faster than it did before you had this talk. Is there anything else for MB to know? There are boobies on the star card. Actually, she doesn't even have nipples, but I'm gonna cover it anyway. We got 7 of Swords and we got the star. Maybe you're concerned about this, your person's intentions. Oh, you know, is he telling me the truth or is she telling me the truth? You know, are they legit? Do I trust them? And then we have the star card where it's like, yes, I think they are being trustworthy. I think that they are showing you, they want to show you the best of who they are. They want to show you the best of themselves. But they feel that in order to do that, they first need to fill you in on like an aspect of their shadow, an aspect of like their darkness. Not always, and it's not like darkness like in a bad way. It's not that they're a bad person. They just went through something that was maybe bad or difficult. And they just want to share that with you because it's very important to them. Woo. Keep scrolling through the chat and then my thing just wobbles. But I think this person has good intentions. Yeah, you're concerned about if they're telling you the truth, and I think that they are. This person wants to. They want to do their very, very best to be their best self and their truest self for you. Okay, so that is what I have for you. I hope that was helpful. Jasmine, that's a good question. Chemical Squirrel, you did ask me something and I totally did miss it. Now Chemical Squirrel wants to know more about their past life. Okay, let me just scoot through the chat. Okay. Oh, I see your question. Chemical Squirrel. You know what? Yeah, we'll do Chemical squirrel. Hang on. All right, chemical squirrel, jasmine, Kenai 89. We'll do those 3. Madhavya, I'm well. How are you? Okay. All right. I'm going to put these back. Chemical Squirrel says, I've been having dreams where I have been high anxiety and super emotions for a few weeks. When I wake up in the morning, I still feel the emotional pull of my dream. Why is that? And then you were asking if it has links to a past life. Okay. You know what? We're going to just keep that one that came out. 13, card number 13. I'm seeing definite huge root chakra energy here. I'm actually quite drawn to the fact that this circle, if you can see it, if my camera is focusing properly on it, there's this big circle here. But then you see this small like grouping of energy here. I'm seeing your root chakra is so tightly closed right now. I like to use a hand and fist analogy. When your chakras are too closed and the energy it's just too tight, energy just can't really seem to flow through it. It's too tightly closed. It's like a fist that's too tightly closed. When it's too open and you have too much energy flowing through and you're taking on too much of other people's stuff, it's like a hand that's wide open. What we want is a hand that's relaxed. Right now, root chakra, yours, very, very tightly closed. This is kind of your root chakra. I should also start with, because I understand not everybody is familiar with the chakras and their functions and stuff, but just to simplify the hell out of it, your root chakra is like your survival, your base for survival. So when we feel things like fear and lack, and we worry about not having enough resources, or we're stressed, that affects our root chakra. And sometimes, we heal and we consciously work through our stressors, and we do what we can to change the situation or to process and release and feel better about it. But it just seems like there is just something left over in your root chakra that needs to be let go of, and it's bleeding into your dreams, where the anxiety, the fear, the stress, those really heavy emotions, they just are begging to be processed. So they've been coming into your subconscious, coming through your subconscious. So I'm taking this eucalyptus. We're going to cleanse your root chakra. It is safe to release the pain of your past. Your affirmation, and I've said this to somebody, actually our very first reading, I think it was with Kendra. The affirmation for your root chakra is, I am safe. I am safe. It is safe for you to process your feelings. It's safe for you to, I'm hearing there's something you got to tell your inner child, that it's okay, that she's okay, they're okay. That it's safe to come out now. You don't have to hide anymore. It's safe to come out now. We're okay. I'm protecting you. It's okay. We're safe because I'm keeping you safe. And we have spirit that keeps us safe. We have our guides that keep us safe, that they surround us, they protect us. I don't think this is connected to a past life necessarily, but in your early life in this incarnation. Yeah, I feel like this is very strongly connected to your childhood, inner child. So what's the advice then, Spirit, for Chemical Squirrel? That's a hilarious username, by the way. I love that. Okay, we'll keep 3. 3 fell out. It's a process that takes time. Healing. Have patience for yourself. It's going to be okay. I'm not a therapist, obviously, and I'm not going to suggest anything that you wouldn't want the rest of the public in the chat knowing. But if you have complex trauma, it's a tough one to process because it's the result of lots of small things happening over time, or constant stress, or like a situation that just, was happening for so long, that just lingered for such a long time. It is hard to sometimes figure out the root of some certain like fears or issues or whatever that you have, because again, that's the nature of complex trauma. It's complicated. It's not just as straightforward as one single event that you can pinpoint. Healing from this does take time, but you will be able to do it. Emperor, you are the boss of your own life. You are the owner of your body. You are the owner of your brain. You are the boss. Now, maybe and I'm going to say we because I do think that this is a general human experience. We do sometimes develop stress or anxiety, or we develop a depression, or we develop some kind of struggle like that. And sometimes it feels like it has taken over our lives, and that we are just at the mercy of this thing that's happening in our brains. But Spirit's letting you know at the Emperor that you get to call the shots. You are the one who decides, let's just say, if you have access to therapy, for example, you're the one who decides, you know what, I'm going to go talk to a professional and we're going to work this out, and I'm going to keep coming back every, however often they need you to come back. I'm going to keep coming back every time, and I'm going to give it my best work. I'm going to give it my best effort. I'm going to really show up for myself, and I'm going to find a way to work through this issue, or I'm going to find a way to treat this issue, or to work around this issue. 9 of Cups, there's your satisfaction. I'm just seeing here like somebody sleeping soundly. They're not grinding their teeth. They're not rolling around. They're not, waking up randomly in a sweat. They're sleeping through the night. They're very peaceful. They feel there's a fulfillment, like a wish has come true for them. Something's being healed. And it's like your inner child, there's some kind of wish that they have too, that you'll be granting them a wish. Maybe their wish was for safety or security, and you as an adult are now able to provide that. There's happiness, there's joy. You're going to work something through, and you're going to be able to process and release it, and then it seems like your dreams, and we may still, you may still have stressful dreams, or you may still have dreams, where you're feeling high emotions, but I feel that it will become less and less so over time, and your dreams will instead, like that energy will eventually be released with like joy and happiness and just inner peace. There's stuff that's being released. This is going to be a little bit random. It might sound weird, but let your inner child cry about it. Maybe you were told growing up, I'll give you something to stop crying. I'll give you something to cry about, or something like that. You were told to stop crying, stop whining, stop sulking, whatever. But what you were trying to do was just process your emotions. Let your inner child cry about it. And then when they get it all out and it's processed, this healing, it's like it will boost, Is that making sense? I really hope this reading is helping you. Oh, Imelda, I'm so sorry you had that experience. Nobody ever deserves to be treated that way. Nobody. Doesn't matter how old you are. Okay. So maybe all of our inner children, each of us with our inner child, maybe we all need to just let our inner child cry about it and get it all out and throw the wreck it needs to throw, you know, and have the emotional outburst or the emotional release that that they need to have. Maybe we all need to do that. We all deserve healing for our inner child. We all deserve to feel safe living in the world and living in our lives. We all deserve to feel safe living in our bodies and in our minds. Ah, see, chemical squirrel. Yeah, I just read your chat that you got in trouble for something constantly that was not your fault, but you were blamed for it anyway. Yeah, and that makes sense that you're processing that through your dreams too. I have dreams similar to that. I don't want to say specifically what it is, like who it involves, but I dream that I'm my child self sometimes and that I'm like screaming and crying and begging for a certain adult to just listen to me. And it's frustrating. My inner child has that just frustration of not being listened to, and it was coming out through my dreams. And I was able to work through that a little bit through therapy. And I do still sometimes dream that, you know, but not as often as I used to. So it just seems like you have a lot that you're processing and releasing, and that's okay. Oh no, Matt Heavy, I've been reading your comments. I know you're not being disrespectful. Like, sometimes it's hard to know how somebody comes across when it's just in the chat because I don't have your body language. I don't know your tone of voice or anything. I don't really feel like being on camera today. I wanted to do top down of the cards to give you guys a better look at these cards, especially these really, really super pretty oracle cards. Sometimes I just need to take a break from showing my face on camera as well, and I think that's fine. Today's one of those days. Savoy has a really, really good comment, short explanation of soul wounds. It's something that happens over and over and over. Not big stuff, just little wounds. Yeah. Brenda says her dream is that she never finishes her dissertation. Why? Because that sounds very stressful. That sounds like a lot of work. A lot of work. And why are the cards moving, or is it you? It could just be that my camera mount, if I move, see, I'm shaking it on purpose, but if I accidentally bump it a little bit, the whole thing just jiggles. So that could be what you're seeing. Chemical Squirrel says, I'm always in school or competition in my dreams. I often dream about being in school. Lately, I've been dreaming that I'm like starting at a new school or something. It's weird. Okay. So I said we were doing Chemical Squirrel, and then I think it was Jasmine, Kenai, and then I'm gonna say no more new questions, but I'll go through the chat and do as many as I can that are like currently in the chat. Otherwise, we'd be here all day and all night. And I would like that, but I simply don't have the time. I've noticed after about 2.5 hours-ish, I start to get really bad joint pain when I'm shuffling. So I'm trying to also just take care of myself too. So let's do Jasmine. Jasmine is wondering how she can heal from a toxic friendship with an ex-friend. Oh, yeah, there's your suffering, your separation, and the pain and the grief. That's not anything new, of course. But we are going to keep that Three of Swords. I'm going to do an oracle for you. So, Spirit, what's the advice for Jasmine? Which one? Both? Both. Sure. Ah, look at that. These are ones we've seen before, actually. You are, with this number 4, like you're ascending. Oh, okay. So it's like you're leveling up spiritually and energetically. And I'm not saying like that those of us who are spiritually awakening and leveling up, I'm not saying that we're better than other people who are at a different stage in life or are operating in a different vibration. All I'm saying is that ex-friend, that former friend, just where they were at in life and where you are going, it just didn't vibe. She just couldn't come with you. Sometimes friendships do fall away when you awaken spiritually. And then, yeah, like you're growing and you're expanding, and it's okay to grieve the connections that we leave behind and that which we leave behind. I'm going to say from our old lives or from our lives, before we start to awaken spiritually and become more spiritually aware. But yeah, just where Spirit's taking you next in your life, that ex-friend, she just couldn't come with you. She just, the vibes just didn't match. And that's okay. But let's look at what you can do to heal from the effects of having an unhealthy friendship with that person. Okay, there's your confidence with the King of Wands. There's your, still showing kindness, having compassion for others, even though somebody did not have compassion for you. I'm not even going to say kill them with kindness, because I feel like this person is just not going to be in your awareness at all coming up in the near future. This person, there's no reason, like there's no killing her behavior with kindness, because you're not even going to see her behavior. She's not even going to be around you. But there's your confidence with the King of Wands. If you felt like you couldn't be yourself around her because she would judge you, or like you felt like you had to mask, this King of Wands is telling you to take that mask off. That there was not anything wrong with you or your personality. Just because she maybe didn't understand an aspect of who you are, or an aspect of just the way that you operate as a human being, it didn't mean that there was anything that you were doing wrong. You weren't cringe. You weren't being embarrassing. If she said, for some reason, I'm getting that, like, ugh, you're so embarrassing. You keep embarrassing me. That's her problem. That was on her. That was not you. You weren't doing anything wrong. It was her reaction to somebody living, their authentic life and being their best self, doing the best that they could do. Somebody having the confidence that she did not have, she didn't know how to handle that. That's not your problem, not your circus, not your clowns, love. Yep, Knight of Cups, Spirit is giving you this offer. Are you ready to ascend? Are you ready to level up? Ascension. It doesn't mean ascend, leaving Earth and going up to heaven. No, it just means ascending. Like, are you ready for the next stage of your spiritual growth? If so, you got to leave this friendship behind. And it looks like that's what you've already done. You've taken up Spirit's offer to expand your consciousness and to expand your life. I'm getting that. Expand your life. Yeah, you're letting go. I think in the near future, it's not necessarily just people and friendships, but you're letting go of things that just no longer interest you. Maybe it's like a social media cleanup where you're like, I don't even know why I still follow this page. Like this, it's not what they post now is not what they posted when I first followed them. I'm going to unfollow. Or like you're cleaning up your subscriptions. Well, this doesn't vibe with me anymore. Well, I don't need to spend my money on this. Or like your YouTube subscriptions even. I don't want to see this kind of video on my feed all the time. I don't want to be inundated with this all the time, you know? So there's something letting go of stuff that just no longer interests you. People whose behaviors no longer interest you. I'm hearing something from Spirit. We will lead you there. Emperor, again, with you being the boss of your life and your decisions, if you refused opportunities or turned them down due to the nature of the toxic friendship, where this person would either judge you or they would say something that would make you question, second guess yourself and your choices, Spirit's like, nah, you are the boss. You are learning to be more assertive. That's a very important lesson. You're learning. Spirit's going to teach you how to be more assertive. And I'm hearing we will lead you there. And I'm also hearing we will lead you to the right people. What's that about then, Spirit? We will lead you to the right people. We will lead you there and we will lead you to the right people. Long-term friendships. Spirit saying that you will have, sometimes people will come and go in life, but you will have some connections that are here to stay. And they're here to stay because they're healthy, because you want to keep them there, because they respect you and they treat you well, and it's a mutual love and respect. Spirit's also going to lead you to people who are going to help you learn how to like build better habits, long-term habits. And it's again with the boundaries and the being assertive. And somebody is going to maybe literally teach you how to do this. Now I'm getting now I'm being reminded of the SpongeBob episode where Plankton's trying to teach him how to be assertive. And he's giving him lessons. Maybe not quite like that, because Plankton was teaching him how to be aggressive, but somebody, yeah, who's going to be there to teach you, like, well, here's what you should say when, you know, if someone does this, you say this. If someone does this, you can try doing this. Or here's how you work through feeling guilty if you have to say no. Or here's how you know, insert strategy here. And yeah, long-term friendships, long-term healthy connections for you. Just remember that you're ascending, you're growing. You had to cut away that which couldn't come with you. You had to leave it behind, and that's totally okay. There's no need to have guilt over that. You know, I always, like I said it earlier in the stream, and I say it all the time, pretty much every time I'm on YouTube doing readings and stuff, but if you have access to therapy or to somebody who is a professional who can help you, maybe to work through some of that pain, and maybe if you have like really upsetting memories or something that happened with this person, it's absolutely fine to get that professional help to help you to heal from it and to move forward from it. But you're growing and you're ascending. Good things are coming. You are becoming more assertive. You're taking back your power. You've always been the boss of your life, but now you're taking back that authority. And this taking back that authority is going to help you to heal. You're not going to deal with this person and her BS anymore. So I hope that reading was helpful to you. And I'm going to go ahead and put these back. We're going to do Kenai 89's question. Kenai 89, you're asking about your client again. We did last week. I think the answer from the reading we did last week was to confront, but not in an aggressive way, but rather to receive clarification on, are we doing this or not? So I'm wondering if you've actually spoken with your client and kind of laid it out like that. We'll still look at what's going on with the client. I actually don't feel the need for oracles for this one. What's going on with your client, and if you're still being considered to do contract work with them. Okay, again with Hangman and delay, eventually. Oh, so last time we had Queen of Wands, I think it was representing the employer. This time we have Queen of Cups, and I think it's because somebody else takes over that, like the project. Interesting. Okay, so a different person is gonna like take over that contract. And a different person's going to work on the hiring, because that Queen of Wands, like the person that card was representing last time, she did not have any of her shit together. I'm not sure how she got into the position that she was in with that lack of executive function. But again, I'm not here to judge. I'm just genuinely confused. So it looks like someone else, eventually when somebody else replaces her. Oh, I keep bumping my thing. Good Lord. Okay. Eventually, with 7 of Pentacles, I'm also getting like harvest. Good things take time. Chariot going ahead. I think that last lady, that Queen of Wands, I'm getting the feeling that she's getting fired or like moved, like maybe not fired from the company, but from that particular project. Like she's being removed from it and possibly being moved elsewhere. So somebody else is going to come in and take over. They are going to take time to work through, okay, what is the mess left behind that I got to sort out and clean up? And then they can go ahead here with the Chariot, with the hiring. Lover's card on the bottom of the deck, by the way. He doesn't actually have any of his stuff showing, but I got to censor her. Close working partnership with this particular firm, with this particular company. Shit. 9 of Wands. Yeah, this company is like... I'm hearing lack of leadership, but it's a lack of consistency with the leadership. And it caused the company to suffer. And nothing was getting done. Nothing was getting done. So they're still working out what they're going to do with the Queen of Wands, with that, I'm going to just say with that manager or whatever. And then, or they have actually decided what to do with her, and they you know, it's one of those things where maybe they have to kind of let it play out for a couple of days. I'm getting 3 of Wands. If I estimate timing, 3 days. 9 of Cups, that it's like, okay, now we're in a better place. Now this is satisfactory. So when they replace Queen of Wands manager with this new person, Queen of Cups manager, I'm just going to say, will they be interested in Kenai 89? And I think they will with you, because there's that moving forward, going back to work, and then Lover's card, close partnership. Okay, independent contracting. I'm getting that with the Hermit. Independent. The Moon card, the inner workings of... Usually this is like a subconscious card, but I'm seeing it quite differently this time with the business. They do want you, there's a skill you have or something, a tool that you have or something that will help them get a look at the inner workings of their business, of perhaps their finances, to look for discrepancies, to look for issues to be brought up and resolved. You have the tool. There's a tool or a skill or something you have that makes you very, very effective for doing that. They really had to sort out their management issues. That is so frustrating. It's so, like, I can't. That's just so unprofessional to leave leave you hanging like that. And it wouldn't be just you, it's other people who've like applied that they're considering. It's the very same thing. But there could be more luck once they replace that. I don't know if she's the project manager or whoever it is that you were originally answering to, that she was showing up as Queen of Wands in the previous readings. Yeah, she's going to have to go and they're going to replace her. And then there could be better luck with that. In the meantime, though, if you have other projects that you are working on, I would suggest doing that. It's one of those things where it's like, it's not your circus, not your clowns. They will figure it out and then get back to you, but they shouldn't have kept you waiting the way that they did. So I hope that was helpful to you. Oh my God, Chemical Squirrel, you're funny. Chemical Squirrel says, I've become wise in my old age. I'm 36, but I have kids, so I'm basically 50. You have 5 children? Oh, props to you. You are so strong. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Okay. Oh, I figured out why, Brenda. I think I figured out why it looks like the cards are moving. I think it's with the lighting that I have and my camera constantly trying to focus. I wonder if it's doing just tiny little like micro movements when it's trying to focus on the cards on the table. I wonder if that might be what's going on. Weird. But I kind of see it now. I think I see what you're saying. Imelda, I'm so glad that Chemical Squirrel's reading resonated with you. Were you still looking for a general reading? I think I remember you saying that. And then we had, okay, so we'll do, I'm gonna do our last 2. So if I missed anybody, I do apologize. It's not personal. There's Imelda. Actually, we'll do 3. There's a new viewer, the reason I'm here. She can put her question, absolutely, or they can put their question. So we'll do our last 3. So we'll do Imelda. We'll do, oh, there was somebody else who asked a little bit ago. I'm looking. Gail. We'll do Imelda, Gail, and then the reason I'm here. So Imelda will do your general reading. So Gail, if you're still in the chat, you'll be after Imelda. And then the reason, if you're still in the chat, I'll do yours after Gail's. And then I think it'll be time to wrap up the stream. I'm getting a little sore in my joints. So let's do Imelda's reading. She is looking for a general message from Spirit. So what is going to help Imelda the most today to hear? This one in the back. Oh, this one's gorgeous. This is like psychedelia. This card is so pretty. I actually love it. I'm seeing like just the intuitive little pings I'm getting before I look in the guidebook. It reminds me of like fireworks, but you know those what are they called daytime fireworks where it's not really explosives, but it's like that colored dust or whatever or colored smoke. Um, I'm seeing that, and then what is that holiday called? Holi? They do it in India, and it involves the colored powder and stuff. Like I'm seeing that, like just this vibrant, like brilliant, creative, very fun energy. I'm also like getting like bubblegum sort of kind of vibes from this, like sweetness and innocence too. But let's look at what it says in the guidebook for card 36. Revealed is what it says. Revealed. Do you know how beautiful you truly are? It's time to stop hiding from the world. The universe is calling you. You have so much to offer, so much to give. This card is a reminder for you to see who and what you truly are. You are a part of the one. You are beautiful and perfect in every way. When you hide yourself, you are withholding not only your energy, but your love. Love for yourself and love for others. Embrace yourself and all your quirks. We all have them. Let yourself be free and let yourself shine. I do get, again, like an inner child kind of message for you. Let her come out and play and be silly. Let her explore. Let her paint. Let her color. Let her make a mess. Whoa. Now look at me making a mess over here now. Let it all free. Let it all out. Let it all go free. Oh, okay. That one flipped back in, so we'll leave it. Brenda, that's a really good idea. I just read that. That was a very good idea. Anyway, Imelda. General message and advice. I'm just more interested in the generational aspect of this Ten of Pentacles. Obviously, you know, we start off as just little guys. And then we grow up into, you know, bigger kids, and then we're teenagers, and then we're young adults, and then we're middle-aged, and then, you know, the generation, the time goes on and on and on. But that little inner child still exists within you. Because that was always you, just in a smaller body. But you have the combination of this little inner child with her brilliance and her innocence, her creativity and her silliness and her humor and her joy. You also have the wisdom. And now I don't know how old you are, and I'm not saying, oh, you're old, but I'm just referring to this person who is multiple generation, you know, has gained lots of wisdom, has learned lots of life lessons, has seen it all and has been through it and has, you know, been there, done that, learned the lesson, bought the t-shirt, wash it, shrunk it. Oh, you're not even old, Imelda. You're still young. But that wisdom from your older self or your present self, you know, still exists within you alongside this little inner child. So you have the wisdom now to teach your inner child. And their satisfaction, and that inner child can teach you how to sometimes to relax and to have fun. There may be some aspects in life where you're like, oh, I haven't done that in years. I haven't sat down and colored since I was 9, or, you know, I haven't played this game in decades, or, you know, in years. And your inner child's like, play with me, do this. And you're, you know, and is reminding your older, wiser self, like, it's okay to just let loose once in a while. Meanwhile, your older, wiser self is saying to your inner child, absolutely, play and have fun. It's safe to do this. And I love you, and I'm here to take care of you. And I'm here to teach you, and I'm here to help you understand why this, and this, from your past, why these things happened. And I'm here to help you understand that you are love and you are loved and you are what the guidebook was saying about this card, this message, that you have this beauty, this love, this joy, and you have so much to share, with the people around you in your life. There's satisfaction here when your older, wiser self and your inner child come together and come to an understanding with each other. Your inner child is very proud of you. She's like really, and I'm not going to say or suggest anything that would be inappropriate, for public on stream, but one, she didn't picture herself getting to be 59. It's just, when you're that young too, that just seems like forever and ages and eons from now, right? And just didn't expect that, oh my God, like one day I'm going to be grown up, and all of a sudden, like you're grown, right? You're going to be receiving spiritual insights, I think, with this high priestess, and with the older and the wiser that you get, and with the intentions you set. I do know that you're a very intuitive person, and I do know that you have a strong divine connection. You are receiving insights, downloads with yourself now, things that would help your inner child, things that you just didn't have the capacity to understand when you were young. And it's going to help you with this Eight of Cups to walk away. There's that pain from the past that you're able to walk away from, because you're able to tell your inner child, I'm safe now, and this is why. I will protect you and I will keep you safe, and this is how I know. Oh, I love seeing in the chat the ways that you guys play with your kids. That's so much fun. Chalk paint is absolutely a brilliant activity. Oh my God. And then Imelda, you're saying about how your son used to run around with undershorts and boots and would have his little sword. Oh, that is so cute. That's so funny. I still work with little kids once in a while. I used to full time and I don't anymore, but once in a while I do. And it is just so hilarious watching how they process, sometimes how they process their lives and what they act out when they're playing, and just some of the games that they come up with too. It's just, where did you come up with that? It's just that boundless creativity that they have. It is so funny. Let's get one last piece of advice for Imelda. Yeah, your inner child wants somebody that loves her and protects her and believes her and will validate and comfort her. And that person is you. You have the power now. You are safe now to, to comfort and to teach this inner child, this younger self. And it's I love you. You're valid. I believe you. I understand you. I'm here to help you. I care about you. You're able to still reach your inner child by telling yourself these things in your present life. There are guided meditations you can do actually to reach your inner child. I think Nikki Sutton she's got a very, very, very good meditations channel. And she's brilliant. I think she has inner child healing meditations. So that could be something for you to look into. But these affirmations that you tell yourself in your adult body, I love you, you're safe, I'm taking care of you, I believe you, I value you, I understand you, it's going to heal your inner child as well. So that's what I got. I'm down to our last two. So we're going to look at Gail. Gail had concerns about her YouTube channel. And if you're still in the chat, Gail, I'm very happy to move on to your thing. Yeah, I can do yours. Gail, I'm going to just go back and just double check what your question was to make sure I'm understanding it correctly. In the meantime, I'm going to have some water. Oof, I keep bumping this thing. There we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yoga, dance, and fitness channel. Yoga, dance, and fitness channel you had concerns about. So it's called Gail's Active Wellness. So guys in the chat, go check out Gail's Active Wellness if you're interested in yoga and dance and spirituality or wellness. I'm going to make a point to go and check out your channel also when this is done. But what's the advice, Spirit, for Gail? Excuse me. And her channel and her efforts as a light worker, her efforts in helping other people and trying to reach other people in order to help them. Excuse me. Okay, we got card number 29 came out. These colors are very pretty. I actually love pink. Beautiful. You know what I'm being reminded of here? Now, it's been a long time since I've done any biology. There's the process, in which a cell replicates, right? It splits in two. I don't remember if it's mitosis or meiosis, but it's when one cell, it stretches out and then it splits into two. And then, that goes on and splits into more and more and more, and it grows like that. And it all starts from one cell. Think of an embryo. Could be human, could be animal, could be whatever. But a mammal, a mammalian embryo, right? After conception and implantation and all that, you start your life in utero as a single cell. Or, you start that whole process all begins with a single cell. And then it grows and it grows and it grows. And it takes 9 months, let's say in human terms, it takes 9 months of that continuous growth until you actually get the end result, which is the human baby, right? It's a process that takes time, and it's just a little thing. It's like small little actions all building up. Things that are happening in the background that you don't even see. Because for those of you who've had children, I haven't, but for those of you who've had children, when you're pregnant, you can't see the cells dividing, right? You can't see from the outside what is happening within. You have to just trust that things are going okay and trust that things are in fact happening and moving and growing. But let's look in the guidebook. So that was number 29. Number 29. Okay, friendship. Card 29, friendship. There's a great amount of love and support available to you. Friendship represented by the infinity symbol. Oh, see, I didn't even catch that with the infinity symbols present in there, but I see it. I see it. I gotta stop bumping this thing. Okay. Trust the bonds you've created with others. Know that the greatest gift that you can give is your friendship. It is in giving that we receive the most. Offer your support where you can, and remember to ask for support when you need it. Your friends are the very souls that you have chosen to journey with in this lifetime. They are an important part of your growth and learning. I'm seeing a couple different things here with the friendship, and still with that message of, growing, things happening in the background, little bits at a time that you can't really see it until the big result, right? There's like you're building your community with your channel. You're building and it takes time. This channel that I have, I've been doing this for 6 years. And it took time to build this up, and I'm still working on building it up. Like, there's still all kinds of growth happening behind the scenes that I'm not aware of, that I worry about, and then I see the result and then I'm like, oh, okay, so stuff was happening and working. This energy, I feel, is happening with you as well, Gail. But yeah, your community is slowly building. People are finding you. They're becoming drawn to you. And then I'm also seeing like your personal friendships. Do any of your friends in your personal life, do they know that you have a wellness channel? Because first of all, I think that's amazing at 68, I think you said you were retired, and you're still active, and you're still, not that 68 is old by any means, but you know what I mean though, like, you're still as active as ever, and you're still encouraging people to move their bodies and to, if I'm understanding correctly, move their bodies in order to like move the energy and channel their energy, and have that lead to like their best like well-being, inner well-being. Maybe let some of the people in your personal life know that this is what you're doing, if that's something you're comfortable with. If not, now this is not a spiritual insight that I'm about to tell you, it's just something that I know. If you are familiar with sites like Reddit, you will be able to find, it's called a subreddit, it's a community, it's a forum for people with the same kind of interests as you. If I can, maybe I'll see if I can contact you. I'll look at your channel and see if you have your contact info. Don't post any personal info in the chat, of course. But I can always give you a link to, there's a community for people who are new on YouTube. And you can probably also find communities like for things like yoga, dance, wellness, and share your videos there and share your channel there. But let's get into the tarot for some more spiritual messages. Oh, that's cool. You use the infinity symbol all the time in dance. That's awesome. So let's get a little bit of more advice for Gail with her dance, yoga, and wellness. Okay, don't worry about Three of Swords. Do not worry about this. This is not anything that's new that's coming. This seems like it's your reflecting your frustration. I think this is Spirit giving me context into how perhaps you're feeling about the situation. I see there is definite frustration. I'm not sure how long ago you started your channel, but I'm seeing the first like 3 weeks of it were actually or the first 3 weeks after you started putting out videos, or your first video, like, it was quite stressful because you're like, why am I not growing? Why am I not growing? It is growing. You are growing. 4 of Cups. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna look at your uploads and I'm gonna check the description and stuff. Make sure that you're using tags. You are allowed to put, I think it's up to 5. I can't remember for sure, but you are allowed to put tags or hashtags in your description as long as the tags are relevant to what's in your video. That might help the like the algorithm or like your content to show up in search results better. Because it's like you have good content, but it's like it's being missed. So it's like it's just not being seen, and it's not personal, it's technical. It's technical. Seven of Cups. It can be really confusing too when like getting to know the inner workings of YouTube and how to run a channel and how to grow it and things like that. it is actually, it is a learning curve. I hope the sound isn't bothering you. I can shut the window if needed, but of course the train decides it has to come through, right? But yeah, there may be some online resources, like let's just say like YouTube for beginners or something like that. The subreddit is called NewTubers, and if I can, I'll try and find your contact info on your channel, or maybe I'll leave a comment or something somewhere so that you'll see it, where you can find that community. You're still, and you've only been doing this a few months. I saw you were saying that. You've only been doing this a few months, and that's very normal to feel like confused and overwhelmed. Like, okay, well, what's watch time hours? What does that mean? Well, what is click-through rate? What the hell is that? What's this? What's, there's a lot, there's just a lot that you're trying to figure out and understand right now. And that's okay. It's a learning curve. You spent all this time teaching others. Now it's your turn to be taught, And you do have a variety of offerings. Sometimes, okay, I'm going to tell you something about it. I'm going to tell you a story, kind of. I know some people don't appreciate when I try and give a personal example from my life to show that I relate, but my channel used to be called Sienna Rose Metaphysical, and I used to offer a lot of services. I did tarot readings, I did political readings, I did medium readings on stream, I did past life readings on stream, I did Reiki on stream, I made videos teaching how to be a medium, I made videos teaching how to do Reiki. I was doing too much. I was offering too much. And for me, it was getting complicated, and it was getting hard for me to work out, okay, what do I have the most expertise in, and what can I teach most effectively? Now, I do still teach some of these things on YouTube, but I chose to focus more on the tarot because that was how this channel started. And I narrowed down a little bit what my niche was, so that when people searched, tarot readings or learn tarot, or at the time, because I used to do political tarot, I don't anymore, but they'd search that, then they'd find me because that was what most of my content was associated with. So it's up to you. If you feel like, and sometimes people actually branch off into multiple channels, right? I brought up in a previous reading the YouTuber Nikki Sutton. I was saying that she has a channel for guided meditations. She's really good at that, but she started off with a channel called Spiritual Awakening, where she would describe what a spiritual awakening was and different spiritual contexts and stuff. But it was too much for her to do the spiritual awakening and the meditations in the same channel, so she broke it up into two. And it seems like she has a little more success with that, because viewers who were into the spiritual awakening could stay on one channel, and viewers who were only interested in the meditations would go to the other channel. But it's up to you. Now, Queen of Wands. Spirit's telling me time to move on to the next point. Queen of Wands. Keep exercising your creativity. Experiment with things. Try different types of videos, or different ways of delivering your message. And don't have doubt in your creative abilities, because you are talented. I do get that. You're very talented. You're saying you taught for 35 years in rural Manitoba, which is, that's funny because I'm also from Canada. I'm not from Manitoba, but I am on the prairies. Excuse me. So obviously you have the creative talent and the ability to do this, and the ability to be a good teacher, since you've done this for so many years. So don't doubt yourself there with that Queen of Wands. Keep going. It's, some people, we get so, it frustrates me sometimes when it's awesome hearing people's success stories, their overnight success. I posted this and it went viral. Oh my God. But that's so rare. It really is so rare. You're being asked to keep doing and to keep working, to keep creating, and to keep trying new things, you know, try different like there, you can, like I said earlier, you can put tags in the description, but there's a section when you upload, I'm sure you've seen it already, where you can add tags there as well. And like, just experiment with different ways of wording stuff, different keywords that you can put in your description. Yeah, just keep filming and keep doing. And sometimes things get suggested by the algorithm. I'm going to tell you something that's really, really funny. All the time on my home page, or you know, my feed, I will get videos recommended to me from channels I've subbed to for a long time. Videos that they made years ago before I subbed will still come up. So in the future, these videos that you're making now can still be recommended and can still come up. It just might take a little time, but you're being asked to keep going, keep doing it. Within reason. Within reason. Obviously, don't, you know what your limitations are. If you're tired, it's okay. Don't force yourself to work when you're not feeling well. You know, keep doing the best that you can. And of course, within reason, protecting yourself so that you don't burn out. You will find your community and your community will find you. It will come. It will happen. When I got started in YouTube, what actually helped me to get ahead was not the perfect SEO, search engine optimization. It was not the perfect method of taking videos. It was not having a high quality camera or, you know, a high quality microphone. I still use the clip-on mic that I got 6 years ago when I started making my tarot readings and stuff. It was my community that they spread the word, you know, I had a viewer that was subbed to me, and they were subbed to like one of the bigger, at the time, one of the bigger tarot readers. And they said, hey, have you, like, I'm just gonna tell the story. One viewer's like, hey, have you heard of Jen Lynn Tarot? She's really good, and I think like you might really like her. So I watched one of her videos and I commented, and she saw my comment and went to my channel and saw that I was making tarot videos. So she actually like gave me all this really good advice that helped my channel to grow. And she introduced me to the other tarot readers that she would collaborate with. And we all kind of got along and we started to collaborate, and then my channel started to grow. It was the community that actually helped me to get to where I am. There are a lot of readers and viewers on YouTube, and subscribers like you guys in the community who are responsible for my channel getting to where it is, right? So it'll come. It will. You know, and of course, Jen Lynn led me to Tarot's Apprentice, Johnny, which led me to Red Lentil, Adrian, which led me to Shining Hawk, Tony, who then led me to Black and Orange Tarot and Astrology, Sebastian, who then led me to Lena Rodriguez, Tarot Down Under. And look, this is because of the community. You'll get there. You will. That's what I have for you, Gail. It's your channel. It's growing. Just keep doing your best. Don't burn yourself out. Don't force yourself to work when you're not tired, or when you're tired, or when you're not feeling well. You will grow. Your community is growing. You'll get there. So that's what I have for you. Our last reading of the stream is for the reason I'm here. If you're still in the chat. Oh, and there are so many other good readers. Like I've definitely missed and not named, but there are so many talented readers and viewers, subscribers you know, you guys who watch and comment and give advice and ideas and stuff like that, it helped me to grow. And I'm still, my channel is still growing because of your guys, you know, your guys's continued support, right? Because of this community. So the reason I'm here, if you are still in the chat, I'm going to scroll up and look for your question. I know you're new and you had a question. Let me see if I can find it. If you're still in the chat, or if you're still on stream, like, just put your question in the chat again. I'm just looking. I'm trying to find your question. Oh, Madhavi, I'm reading your comments, and I'm very sorry that you're in a situation where there are people around you who are discouraging your spiritual connection. Nobody has the right to tell you that your spiritual path is a waste of time. Nobody has the right to tell you that what you are doing is right or wrong, you know, with your spirituality. And like, it's not, how could it possibly be a waste of time if you are spirit innately, you know? They don't understand. And that's not your fault. You do what you do you. You do what you know, what you feel is best. You make the best choices that you know how with what you have in your situation, new word. Their understanding will come, but it's not your responsibility to show them, and it's not your responsibility to light the way for them. You do you. No one deserves to be told that their spiritual practice is a waste of time or is wrong. That's just not your family's place. It's just not their place to tell you that. The list of channels I talked about, I don't have anything to write with on hand, but while I'm waiting for the viewer, the reason I'm here, if she's still in the chat, I'm waiting for her question. But in the meantime, the readers that I was referring to, oh, Brenda, you're on it. You got it. Tarot's Apprentice, Jen Lynn, Red Lentil Healing, Shining Hawk Healing, Black and Orange Tarot and Astrology. She went by Autumn for the longest time, but I think now she just goes by her first name, which is Sebastian. Yeah, there were a lot of other ones that, like, I had spent time, like, learning from. Lena Rodriguez is the other one, right? And then we ended up here with One World Tarot. The queue is closed, Helga, but you know what? I'm not sure. Actually, you know what, Helga? You put your question in the chat. I'm not sure if the reason I'm here is still... I'm not sure if she's still watching the stream or not. And I can't find her question now. So you know what, Helga? I will, if it's a quick one, we'll do. And then Madhavi, I hope that I was able to help you out as well. And like, we'll absolutely get to you next time as well, okay? And then if the reason I'm here, if you're still in the chat, please put your question. Okay, who's coming towards Helga in love? Your username. Yeah, I'm not, yeah, anyways. Yeah, your username, Helga, it makes me think of Hey Arnold. I'm not sure how old you are, I'm almost 30, and I didn't grow up watching it necessarily, but I do remember it being on TV. Hey Arnold, and there's a girl on the show named Helga, and she has a big crush on Arnold, the main character that the show is named after. So that just kind of gave me a little chuckle. So it's coming next in love for Helga, and this will be our last reading for this stream. What's coming next in love for Helga? Card 32, and I'm seeing, just intuitively, first of all, I'm getting like galaxies. Like, these, this art, these fractals, it makes me think of nebulas. You know you see the space pictures and they're recolored, but they're like beautiful clouds of like green and purple. I think they're like gas clouds. Also, Madhavi, yes, I did used to watch Barbie movies too. That was a huge thing in the 2000s. But anyways, excuse me. I'm so sorry, Helga. I'm distracted now. But yeah, I'm seeing like galaxy, like universe. I'm seeing, look, there's like a bright, brilliant source of light here. Creation. And what I'm trying to say with this is that it seems like there's something, it's like cosmic energy, like meant to be like divine match, divine pairing. So maybe you are getting signs from the universe. Oh, I'm gonna look at the guidebook though. That was card 32. Nurturing universe. Okay, so my impression with the whole universe and nebula and stuff, that wasn't too far off. This card encompasses all aspects of being divinely nurtured and supported. It calls to allow the full flow of loving energy within you to nurture and support you. The spiraling healing energy is available to you at all times. It surrounds you and embraces you. You are never alone on your journey. You are always supported and cared for. This nurturing feminine energy calls you to her arms. Rest with her for a little while. Let her soothe your heart, heal your wounds, and guide you gently and lovingly onto your path. So when it comes to what's, moving towards you in love, well, there's healing. Perhaps there were wounds from previous relationships that are being worked through and healed now. Spirit wants you to know that they're protecting you. And I do still feel like divine alignment, like something. I'm just getting all these cliches now. Match made in heaven. I'm getting like, not star-crossed. What is it? Like it's in the stars, Anyway, yeah, like it's in the stars. It's written in the stars. I have a sweater that says that. It's written in the stars, but I'm kind of being reminded of that as well. Okay. But let's get a tarot message. And then, yeah, with healing and healing and loving and just resting and embracing this healing energy around you, letting yourself feel love from the divine, letting yourself feel the love from yourself. But what is coming towards you next when it comes to love? Three of Wands, something is coming. It's like something's returning to you soon. There was an exchange of energy. There was you put an intention out there to the universe, and they are responding. And there's something that's coming to you. I'm hearing like delivery. I'm hearing, when you are getting something mailed to you and you can track the package and it says out for delivery, where it's like it's not in your mailbox yet. It's not at your house yet, but it's like, it's in your town, you know? And it's so close, out for delivery, something like that. Universe is saying that to you. You set your intention, you did what you needed to do, you took your inspired action, now out for delivery. It's almost ready for you. King of Swords, Queen of Wands. Now the gender on these cards is not totally, it's not like that important, but it's just the energies that are present. And I'm not going to assume, you know, your gender or your orientation, you know, what kind of people you fall in love with. But I see here a pairing of, you're this very creative type, this woman, if you're identifying as female anyways, this very creative, very, very spiritual, very, this lady on this card is actually designed after Marie Laveau. And she was a very powerful spiritual practitioner. I think she did readings, but she did a lot of like witchcraft. I think it was hoodoo or something like that. And she was very, very effective, very powerful. And this is like the kind of energy that you have. You're very, very powerful. Your creative energy is so potent that, yeah, you are able to make big things happen. This is why it's been taking you. I noticed you said in your comment that you've been waiting a while, you've been manifesting a while. It's because it's so potent, it's so big. Sometimes really large things take a while to ship. You know, the logistics of, okay, we got to figure out how we're going to get this, which method of transportation we're going to use, how are we going to do this, how are we going to get this in the quickest time and the most effective way. And then I see a pairing, you know, with that energy with somebody who is very smart, but very analytical. Now, I mean, you are also very smart, but when I say smart in this context, I mean very analytical. They're very logical, rational. You're going to balance each other out. I've not seen the show in years, but Spirit's reminding me of the show Dharma and Greg. Greg is like, if I remember correctly, he's like a straightforward, no nonsense, you know, he's like a, kind of like a white collar worker kind of guy. He's just very proper, very normal. And then Dharma is essentially a hippie, and she's very free spirited and free flowing. And they kind of like, the point was they kind of balance each other out. If I remember that show correctly, again, it's been years since I've even watched it, but, it's almost like an odd couple type of pairing, but everything, you know, that you have that are your strengths will balance his needs. And I'm just going to say his, not to assume, but it's just because it's a King of Swords we're talking about. And then everything that he has, his strengths will balance out your needs. Your personalities will balance each other out. Well-read, I'm hearing this is a person who's very well educated and well-read. Okay, that one fell out. We're going to keep. Oh, and then, oh my gosh. Well, okay, this is how he presents himself. But when you get to know this person, they're logical, they're tough, they're, you know, maybe seem tough or seem not like closed off, but anyway, when you get to know them like deeper, you find that they're really like a real softie. They are actually very creative. They're very, their creativity takes on a different form than yours though. And that's another way in which you complement each other well. This is somebody who's very confident. They have a great personality and they're very fun to be around when you get to know them. The self that they put out to the rest of the world is very calculated. They probably mask a little bit when they're out and about. Still, though, very analytical, still, I think, quite literal as well. But on the inside, you get to know them and they're not so shy anymore. There's our matching pair with King and Queen. Very fun energy, a very fun person to be around. Anything else to know for Helga? I want this one. Judgment. It's coming soon. This person is, oh, and yeah, this person is not going to play games with you. They're very right to the point. They don't beat around the bush. They are silly with a good sense of humor. They have their own level of creativity, but they are very direct. Yeah. And they're going to tell you how they feel about you. They're not going to play mind games. They're just going to be straightforward. I really like you. There's no guessing with this person. Yes, there's our Six of Pentacles. It's a give and take, and relationships are like that. Sometimes you're both able to give 100%. Sometimes you can only both give 50-50. Sometimes one person gives 70, the other gives 30, but it always works out in a way that is balanced and fair. Yes. You guys, you will balance each other out. You will complement each other. Compliment as in, oh, you're very beautiful, or oh, I love you, you're such a great person. But I mean compliment like COMPLEMENT, like to complete. You are both two complete and whole individuals coming together to be two whole and complete individuals who love each other. But yeah, your skills mesh well with their skills. So I'm actually very, very excited for you. Woo! What fell out? And again, I'm not sure like how old you are. You don't have to share any of that in the chat. You don't, but you make each other feel young. You make each other feel motivated. There's potential for a very good, I'm going to say very active, very spicy love life there in a good way. And then long-term, Ten of Pentacles, long-term. Now, Ten of Pentacles suggests 10 years, but I feel that this will be longer. It will last even longer than that. Like, this is your forever person. This is your person. You've been waiting such a long time for this. Maybe you've been waiting 10 years for this. But you're going to have this person enter your life soon. Remember, out for delivery, and they're here to stay. Okay, so those are the messages that I have for you. That I hope that reading was helpful to you. And that is going to be the end of the chat, or the end of the stream. And again, I hope everybody enjoyed this. Madhavi, you are absolutely not wrong for that. No one decides what you are here on this earth for. That's something that only you know deeply in your heart what you're going to do. Okay? But that's what I have for you guys. I will come back next Sunday. My intention is to stream once a week on Sundays, but throughout the week, I like to put out pick a card videos. I still have some shorts that I want to work on, but I feel like I just need to get the storyline and stuff and everything planned out. It's hard to find the time to actually do it. But I do have other, things for you to enjoy on my channel in the meantime. And with that, you guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Sunday and a brilliant week ahead. And I would love to see you all again. All right, bye.